Oh yeah, the worst moments of 2024 boxing was Imane Khelif. Yeah, the woman with the third leg beating these women in the Olympics. Yeah, the woman that got a platano, huh? They got handballs and meatballs down there. Yeah, that was the worst moment in the sport of boxing. I know a lot of people out there are saying that maybe the worst moment was when Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney and stuff like that, and then what transpired after that and suing Ryan Garcia. No, I think the worst moment was the Olympics, the Women Olympics. And y'all already know that there's been an emerge of women fighters, the empowerment of women in the sport of boxing. There's women like Amanda Serrano that's fighting for the 12 rounds, 3 minutes. A great fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I believe that was one of the best fights or the fight of the year. But the robbery was also bad. But I think that was the worst moment. And I believe a lot, and what was frustrating on top of the worst moment was that there was a lot of people out there that didn't want to speak on the blasphemy of what was going on out there in the Olympics this year. Yeah, y'all seen the Olympic ceremony. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. And we was living in it, and it seems like that the more this world, especially out here in the West, they trying to eliminate God from the psyche of all the women and men and children, in the West. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I'm actually happy that the number 45, the president 45, is gonna be the president is gonna be 47. If you understand what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that 45 is going to be 47 because I think it's going to slow down this abnormality turning into normality, turning things that's not normal into normal in society. Because I think that was very highly disgusting. I think that should have never happened. I think that Imane Khalif should have never been allowed to step inside a ring versus another woman. This was already a dangerous sport. Women versus women, man versus man is already a dangerous sport. You feel me? But to let that happen just because it was out there in France and they was televising this in network television in America, it's really becoming a disgusting world. It's becoming a world with no restrictions and stuff like that. And I'm all for freedom. I love freedom. And sometimes I'll be thinking like, damn, America or the West needs a little bit of a dictatorship to slow this process of these evil entities really taking over the minds of our children as well. And that's why I always stress that us, especially men, because I do believe that when there's a lot of leaders of men and righteous men, women will follow. That's the nature of, the gender of man and women. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be women out there that's going to disagree. No, I don't need no man and no man. I believe that man needs to be the extension of God, like I said, throughout the whole year. I think that we need to be the extension of God and follow the order of God. Christ and man over woman, a woman over children. I think there need to be some structure again. And I think that especially in sports, it's becoming very disgusting, and they bring that type of disgusting lifestyle into the sport of boxing and to sport in general. Sport was an outlet where we don't want to think about politics. We don't want to think about outside of whether it's poverty, struggles. Sport is a place of forget about the 2 hours. Just in 2 hours, you can forget about everything that's going around the world. And sports will bring people together. And maybe people will be like, well, that's contradicting yourself, Punch on Boxing. Maybe that he was there to bring things together. No, I think that if these individuals who are confused, don't know if they want to be a woman or a man, I think that there's a place for y'all in the world, even though that's not righteous, but it's still a place for y'all in the world to create your own league, to create your own sport category and stuff like that. But I just think that it was very unfair for the ladies out there that was putting their heart and soul, going through Olympic trials. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, in the sport of boxing, the USA Olympic trial is actually harder than the first period of your pro fights. You ask any fighter, what's harder, the first 10 pro fights or going through winning Golden Glove Nationals at the Olympic trials just to get a place in the Olympic team. You know, people work their butt off just to be in that type of position, and I think that her being awarded the gold medal and beating women, you know what I'm saying? Esa mujer con pinga. I believe it was it was very disgusting. It was very a disservice to the ladies in the sport of boxing, in which they still striving to secure that type of respect and place in the sport of boxing. And women have come a long way for something like that to be distracted. And I think it took a step back, but thank you for Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor for having one of the best fights, probably the best fight of the year. I think it was the best fight of the year that overshadowed what's going on with this man, Imane Khelif, allegedly XY chromosomes and stuff like that. But anyway, but that was the worst moment of 2024. And I think in 2025, I think that I wish there's a movement for her to get stripped of the gold medal. For him to get stripped from the gold medal. There's been already publicized reports about that he was definitely a man, and the powers that be already knew it, but they was running with this rainbow army, was running with the Olympics, this disgusting Olympics, and really turned a lot of people off. You know, but yeah, that's what I believe. So, I mean, I know that there's other people that believe that there's other worse moments out there in the sport of boxing. You know, there was a lot of upsets out there, but there was a lot of great fights too. There was a lot of surprises. I believe in the sport of boxing, there was a lot of showcase fights, and not necessarily the best fighting the best, but we did get the rematch of Usyk and Tyson Fury. We did see Naoya Inoue overcome, you know, adversity when he got dropped by Louis Netti, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. You know, Inoue, who is the number 2 pound for pound in my list. Usyk is the number 1 pound for pound on my list. Inactivity still is a major factor in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You got faces of boxing. Well, I'm not gonna say faces of boxing, but I'm saying the relevant, the high profile fighters like a Bud Crawford, who only fought 1 time. Gervonta Tank Davis only fought 1 time, and it was just Frank Martin. Teofimo Lopez fought 2 times. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia only fought 1 time. I think heading to 2025, I think the fighters that was supposed that people was calling the 4 kings, the 5 kings. I'm talking about Tio, the Shakur, Haney, Tank, and Ryan. I think they're really gonna have to elevate boxing in North America more than any time in the world. I think it's their time to really elevate the sport and really fight each other. You know, but yeah, man, I think there's been some great moments, but not overwhelming moments. We see Mike Tyson come back. I think the more that we think about Mike Tyson being 58 years old and stepping right back in the ring, I think now people should see it as motivation and inspiration. You know, and shout out to Jake Paul, Most Valuable Promotions. I think that, in my opinion, they're the promoter of the year, in my opinion, because they're really breaking these type of business model barriers in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Jake Paul, Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa, and shout out to Jordan, great manager and trainer as well. I'm talking about Amanda Serrano, Maldonado, manager and trainer, and yeah, man, I think it's been okay year. I don't think it's better than 2023, but 2024, you know, still was good boxing. Hopefully that we get more fights. The activity, you know, gets better with the high profile fighters, so the traffic and the momentum and people are sustained into the sport of boxing. And shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know, Reha season. I think that he's doing a wonderful job. So got to give a shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Got to give a lot of credit to Most Valuable Promotions and all the fighters that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. I don't give a lot of credit to the man, Imane Khelif. I think they should be banned from the sport of boxing. And those people that actually let that happen and let him get in the ring for fighting women, I think they're disgusting and should be outside of the sport of boxing. Their license should be taken away. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Let me know in the comment section what was the worst moment of 2024 and what you think, what matchup you think in 2025 could highlight 2025 and eventually be the best moment of 2025. Hope you have a good New Year's Eve. This is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.